A pleasant shock, I think, for a lot of people to see Tracy Chapman on stage singing her classic song. And it turns out there's a Calgary connection to that performance as well. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that the acoustic guitar that Tracy Chapman was playing on stage was made right here in Calgary by Judy Threet. Judy is now retired from guitar making, but we reached her on the line. Hello there.
Well, hello.
Well, hello to you. Thanks for joining us. How did you find out that Tracy Chapman played one of your guitars at the Grammys last night?
Well, I got an email this morning from a friend of mine that is now out on the coast, and he sent a link and said, "Sir, look what I saw last night." And I had recorded the Grammys, but I hadn't gotten around to watching them, and certainly had no idea that was one of the things that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was pretty thrilled.
Yeah, well, we should explain to people, how was it that your friend spotted your guitar? What did he see?
Well, he saw the headstock, I'm sure, and he also knew that she had one of my guitars. So, I mean, it's a distinctive size, and the shape of the headstock is fairly distinctive.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you could see that on the broadcast by looking at the headstock. So, how was it that one of your guitars ended up in the hands of Tracy Chapman?
It's a sort of a roundabout story. I mean, that guitar was built, I think, I think it was 1999 was when I built that guitar, and it hung in a store here in Calgary for a year and never sold. And then it wound up in the hands of some private seller person in the United States, and he didn't manage to sell it. And then I sent it off to a wonderful store in northern near San Francisco, Griffin Stringed Instruments in Palo Alto. And I sent it to them, and I guess not long after they received it, she walked in and was just looking for a guitar, and they asked her, "Well, what sort of thing are you looking for?" And she said, "Well, my shoulder is hurting from playing this great big dreadnought that I got, so I'm looking for a smaller guitar." And one of the people that was working there just sort of plunked mine into her hands and said, "Try this." And she just sort of left the store with it.
Amazing. So did you know then, I'm guessing this was decades ago, did you know then that she bought it?
Well, they phoned me that very afternoon, I think, and said that that's who had bought it. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So what went through your mind when you were told that, oh, by the way, Tracy Chapman walked into the store and bought a guitar that you made today?
Well, I thought that was just quite a lot of fun, really. But I mean, the better thing about it is that she's hung on to it all these years.
Yeah.
Because that was in the early 2000s, I think, like either 2000 or 2001, somewhere in there. So she's had it for over almost 23 years, and it's just really it's lovely that people hang on to guitars that long.
Yeah. Well, clearly it means something to her. You would imagine she's making a real comeback to the stage with millions of people watching from around the world, and she chose your guitar to play.
Yeah, it's really humbling, actually. So it's a lovely thing, and I've gotten phone calls today and emails and all sorts of stuff. It's been a fun day.
So tell us a bit more about that guitar and how it plays and what it's made of.
Well, I made about 5 different sizes of guitars, and that is the smallest guitar that I made, and it's just called an A-size guitar, and it's made of, the back and sides is koa, which is a Hawaiian wood, and the top is Sitka spruce. And it doesn't have really any decoration on it. I sort of got known for fancy headstock inlays, but that guitar is just plain Jane. It's just a guitar, but even when I was making it, I liked it a lot, and I gave it a special. The treatment on the neck for people that play guitar, it just has a satin finish neck so that it's easier to move your hand around on it and stuff like that. So
yeah. I know that you're not making guitars anymore, but is there something about it as a creative outlet? Is there something that you miss about making guitars?
Yeah. I mean, I miss the designing, and I miss the I miss the designing of things and the playing of them. The first stringing them up is what I really miss. One thing I don't miss at all is sanding, and the sort of dusty aspects of it I don't miss at all.
Music is still such a big part of your life. Tell us a bit about what you've been up to.
Well, I mean, ever since once I retired, I actually had time to start playing music again. So that was a nice thing. And what I'm doing right now is I've got two things on the go. I play viola in the Calgary Community, the Calgary Community String Orchestra, which is just a bunch of adults who get together and try to play music. It's really a riot. I just love it. And the other thing that I do is I play rhythm guitar in a swing dance band.
Oh, wow.
that plays at the Kirby Center every Wednesday in the afternoon. Yeah, it's great fun.
What does that give you? I mean, what does it add to your life to still have music such a big part of it?
Well, it adds everything. I mean, it's I don't know what I'd do without it. Yeah.
Well, Judy, what a fantastic story, and I really appreciate you joining us today to talk about it. Well,
I really appreciate that people figured out that I was the one that built the guitar. I couldn't I couldn't believe that people remembered or took the time to discover it. So that's great.
Yeah. Well, it was so cool to watch that video, and it sounded so great in Tracy Chapman's hands.
Yeah, it did. Yes, indeed. Yeah.